Let's look at demand functions, income offer curves, and angle curves when preferences are quasi-linear. I will only consider the case when preferences can be represented by a utility function which is linear in the second variable. If preferences can be represented by a utility function linear in the first variable, then a very similar analysis will follow. We start with preferences that can be represented by the utility function u is equal to some function v of x1 plus x2. By restricting v to be strictly concave, we know that preferences are well behaved, optimal choice is unique, and the demand functions, income offer curves, and angle curves will all exist. Here is my graph, prices are given, and I start with some level of income m resulting in the following budget line. Here is my optimal indifference curve and my optimal bundle where I consume x1 star units of good 1. Let's see what happens when income increases. With the higher income, my new budget line will be shifted outwards. Here is the important point when preferences are quasi-linear with the utility function linear in x2. Remember that, in this case, indifference curves are horizontal translates. This means that the optimal indifference curve at this higher level of income must be tangent to the budget line for a bundle that is directly above the optimal bundle with the lower level of income, like this. The new optimal bundle must be located directly above the old one with the same quantity of good 1 x1 star. The slope of the two budget lines are the same, and with quasi-linear preferences, the slope of the indifference curve will not depend on x2. Therefore, we know that the slope of the indifference curve at the new optimal bundle must be equal to the slope of the budget line, and the first order condition must be satisfied. If I increase income even more, the same thing will be true. My new optimal indifference curve will be tangent to the budget line directly above the previous optimal bundle, and this is the new optimal bundle, again with the same x1 star. Let's decrease income to a value lower than the level we started with. Here is my indifference curve, and the optimal bundle is a boundary bundle where x2 is equal to 0, no change in x1. If I reduce income even further, giving me this budget line and add an indifference curve, we will again have a boundary solution x2 equal to 0, but here income is so low that we are forced to reduce our consumption of good 1 as well. Tracing out all of the optimal bundles for various levels of income, we get the following red income offer curve. We see that the income offer curve is vertical if m is large enough so that I can afford x1 star units of good 1. The angle curve for good 1 with income on the y-axis and the demand for good 1 on the x-axis will also be vertical if income is large enough to allow for consumption of x1 star. The demand for good 1 is x1 star independent of income if income is high enough.